Hey guys, it's Dangani, and as a gamer, I enjoy video games. But also, as a gamer, I get a bit skeptical of a series when they entirely change the format of something that I once loved. And that's how I was with Origami King. But Origami King surprised me, and as a game, it is much different from what I expected. Oh damn it, I just killed Olivia. I mean, I don't feel bad, that was like the 40th time she told me that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I thought Origami King was kind of gonna be not that great. Or at least I thought it wasn't gonna be much better than Color Splash. And actually, I was gonna wait to buy it. But I didn't. I threw down my $60 and said, Nintendo, if this game is bad and you disappoint fans for not a second, but a third time with a lousy title, you will face the consequences of me making a YouTube video complaining about Paper Mario once more. And I don't think anyone wants that now, do we?
Oh god, Dangani's making another video complaining about Paper Mario.
See, even my fans don't want to hear me complain more. Okay, fine, I just bought it because I felt like it. And I've been playing it, and honestly, there is a lot of good to say about this game. No joke, it really surprised me. In a good way too, because after all, I would have been kind of salty if I ended up not waiting to buy it, just for it to be bad. Origami King is interesting, because it's not the original Paper Mario format that I once loved, but once again, it's a new style with a new story, and while I do think there is a lot of stuff in this game that is great, there's also some pretty big problems. So let's get into it, the nitty gritty, the good and bad of Paper Mario, the Origami King. Now, I recently made a video about why I love the Thousand Year Door. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you give it a watch, but basically, I love the Thousand Year Door because there was so much that was different from everything standard Mario was at the time. The gameplay was really fun, the story was great, the characters were memorable, the Thousand Year Door was a banger. So it blows my mind that this series has eventually turned into Sticker Star. Like, nobody asked for this! So instead, I played a little indie game inspired by the original Paper Mario format called Buck Fables, and I love it. It has so much charm to it, and it shows that the OG Paper Mario format holds strong. I got the Switch edition that just recently came out, which is really interesting because Origami King is here too. And I was pretty prepared for Origami King to be bad, since I already had a game that did everything that I wanted Paper Mario to do. And does anyone remember how vague the initial Origami King trailers were? Like, they barely showed any gameplay at all and said, welp, see you when the game releases. Not only that, but the initial reveal trailer was dropped so casually on their Twitter and YouTube channel in the morning. I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, new Paper Mario game, I guess? Nintendo releasing the trailer out of literally nowhere really showed off their confidence with this title. It was a hit and run, but instead of hitting us, they just threw the Paper Mario trailer at us and ran. Hey, I'm a gamer. You're a gamer. He's a gamer. That's a rock. And I have a Discord server. But what is it like, you ask? Please subscribe. It seriously means a lot, and you can always click. If you want to join a Discord server full of intellectual gamers, join today, the Dangani Discord server. Do you struggle with being entertained? Well, I'm glad I'm here to save the day. The Dangani channel is the best channel for highly entertaining content focused around video games fused with animation and my epic commentary. After this video, give a few other videos to watch, and if you want to subscribe, you can do that with the big red button. It's free. Or just watch Noodle, his videos are better anyway. Alright, anyway, soon enough, Paper Mario the Origami King released upon us and I jumped into it. The trailers already gave a lot of stuff away, but the game opens up with Mario and Luigi heading to Princess Peach's castle for the good old Origami Festival. You know, the Origami Festival, because plot. But of course, Luigi being the driver, he arrives an hour late and everybody is missing. But Luigi says that they're probably inside, so of course they go check in the castle after Luigi parks his car because he doesn't want to tip the valet. Also, the fact that there's no valet, did Luigi just forget everybody is missing? They get inside and split up as you would do in any situation where literally everybody else is nowhere to be seen, and then Mario enters the main hall to see Origami Peach. And then Origami Peach asks Mario if he wants to be turned into origami, but it's like really creepy. It's like a cult or something, I don't know. I said sure, why not, but the game doesn't let me do that and you get thrown into the underground. Anyway, we find Olivia who tells us her evil brother is doing all of this, and we team up with her, and we also find Bowser all folded up and he tries to guilt trip Mario into freeing him, and when you free him, he is just stuck folded like that. It's kind of funny. And just like that, we find and confront Olivia's brother, Ollie, and then he's all like, no, I will turn everybody into origami and blah blah blah, and he unleashes giant streamers and we escape, splitting up from Bowser. Got all that? The plot is honestly pretty basic, at least from the intro, and just like that, we're tasked to save the Mushroom Kingdom and track down the 5 streamers to defeat Ollie. Now, the thing I hate the most about this game is how annoying Olivia is. I know that she's a tutorial character, and you gotta learn the game somehow if you aren't familiar with it, but But some of the things I like the most about this game is the world design and style. It all honestly looks great, and even if the locations and whatnot are kind of lackluster, I'll talk more about that shortly. And the music is fantastic, and the gameplay is really fun. Now, I'm still a bit salty they got rid of experience in the battle system, but what they give us is still very good. The arena for standard battles is a rotatable and slidable circular zone where you align the enemies to perform your attacks. Depending on how they're aligned is up to you, and your different attacks alter the field of damage. Coins are actually not totally useless, and they have a nice mechanic to give you extra time to set up your board, and collecting toads actually have a use because they can help you in battle. Origami King brings a lot of new and fun concepts to the table, but only in certain aspects. But that honestly brings me to my most important point, and it's also what I think is the biggest problem with Origami King. Now, like I said, I've been playing Origami King since the release, and I really enjoy it. But what I realize about this game compared to the original entries like the Thousand Year Door is that the creativity is in different ways. Origami King is incredibly creative with its gameplay style and fun battle mechanics. The developers made it extremely fun and satisfying to beat up origami enemies. The boss battles are unique and fun, and exploration, finding toads, and repairing the Mushroom Kingdom with confetti are all fun, engaging, and honestly well thought out mechanics that surprised me. But what Origami King still lacks, and what the series has lacked since the older entries, was the creativity in world, characters, and plot. Origami King has kept Mario as just Mario. There's no new original worlds in the Mario universe that we see, there's no new characters or enemies in the game, and the plot has been dwindled down to a gimmick. It's like Nintendo put down a barrier for originality in those aspects, and Mario has become too restricted as an IP to try new things in those ways. The Thousand Year Door was amazing because it brought so much new stuff to the table. New characters, worlds, and a fun story that was actually really cool. And I really miss those days where we did see new concepts with the Mario and Mario universe, and I hope we get something eventually new that doesn't hold back in those aspects like that. You see, Origami King brings a little bit of originality in those ways to the table, but you can tell it's pretty restricted with the whole paper gimmick, which wasn't really the origin behind Paper Mario to begin with. It was more the story, hence why it's called Mario Story in Japan. But like I said at the beginning, I think Paper Mario the Origami King is actually a really good game. I've genuinely had a lot of fun with it, and if you're just looking for a well-made, fun Mario game, this is exactly that. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes at Nintendo or how much conflict there was during development, but I'm happy that Paper Mario is actually back on track to being really fun. We'll just have to wait and see where the series is gonna go from here. But God, at least it's not Sticker Star.